This is the community of Istachata. I'm sure not many of you have been here, because most people come to Florida, they just go to the coastline or the tourist traps. Well, this isn't a tourist trap, this is off the beaten path.
Good morning. It's Saturday, February the 10th. It's about 6:15 in the morning. The sun will be coming up relatively soon. I slept really well here last night in Inverness for free. Well, I did have one of my recurring dreams. I don't know why I have this. They say it's for loss of control, but I always keep dreaming that I'm in my car and the brakes don't work. So last night I was rolling backwards. My car wouldn't stop and pumping the brakes, trying to avoid people. And the same thing going forward. I couldn't stop and I barely would miss cars, but it's kind of crazy. But because I'm on my bike. Oh well. I've got a 1999 Toyota Camry. It's got 288,000 miles on it. And the car works perfectly. It's a wonderful car, but oh well, that's enough about my dreams. But I think it's going to be a good day of riding.
I stopped midstream taking the tent down. I've got it pretty much disassembled and put away, but just thought I'd share this beautiful sunrise this morning. It's about time to say goodbye to Inverness on the Withlacoochee Trail, although I will be continuing on this trail all the way down to Ridge Manor today, and maybe a little bit further than that in order to pick up the road that heads to Zephyrhills. So this is caboose number 5245 that was used on this rail trail for, I guess, many years. Well, let's just go see what it says here. Saved from the railroad graveyard, caboose number 5245. Now proudly, it's really hard to read, sorry. Something as a visible symbol of the Withlacoochee State Trail heritage. Okay, it's a fitting retirement. I would agree. So here along the Withlacoochee Trail, we've got a big pond and lakes over here. Well, they're having a regatta today. So these are some of the boats right here. Said they got 7 or 8 different teams participating in it. It's pretty cool. The Delta 4. Looks like it's a bunch of middle or high school kids. Well, it looks like everybody's getting set up for the regatta. I'm sure it's big stuff down here in Florida.
It's about to be soda water.
Ah, they got food and croissants. Maybe I should have gotten breakfast down here. Here's all the spectators. Morning. It'd be on YouTube. Pretty neat little work of art. Pedal-powered works of art. Pretty neat. We're allowed Harley motorcycle shop right next to the road. But as I came from Inverness to Floral City, I caught up to a woman on a recumbent by the name of Beth, and she was really nice, and I rode with her for a while. She was coming up there to meet a bunch of her friends in Floral City. They get together 3 times a week and do a bike ride. They said to get about 100 miles a week, and I was probably the youngest one there. I've got a sheep or something in the road here. Oh my gosh. What is that? I think it's a goat. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Hello there. All right. I think that was a big horned sheep, believe it or not. I saw the big old horns on it. That's amazing. I would never have expected to see that here. Morning. Don't know if you just saw that really quickly, but they had a big dog in the back of their tricycle. All right, well, this is my route here for a little while. I found a good place here for a nature break, and just thought I'd check it out. And I see a sign over here says, "The Great Train Wreck in 1956." It says, "You are standing on the side of one of the worst train disasters in Florida history. The tragedy occurred on October 18th, 1956, on a dark and foggy morning in Pineola. At 5:12 a.m., people from 5 miles around were awakened when 2 freight trains collided head-on. The trains loaded with perishables and dry goods were traveling on the same track, full speed at 49 miles an hour. Realizing they were on a collision course, Dunellen dispatcher Braddock phoned Croom Station Agent Cooper, telling him to get in his car and go see what you can find. Cooper and a fellow agent, Thomas, raced 90 miles an hour on an ungraded road to alert the engineers, but not reach them in time. At the sight of oncoming headlight, the northbound train engineer slammed on emergency brakes as he yelled to assistants to brace themselves for a crash. 4 engines and 16 cars derailed. 4 crewmen died, with fire engulfing the scene. Firefighters and hearses came from as far away as Tampa to offer assistance. Ironically, this tragedy might have been averted if recently installed radios had been put to use. However, engineers had not agreed to use them until they received additional pay as radio operators. One of the casualties, engineer B.J. Martin of number 237, had been a leader in the holdout. Wow, big, huge train wreck here. So this is for all my co-motion brethren that are on the fence about whether to do a pinion or not. There's always a conversation about, well, are you slower? Do you really feel the extra effort? Is there extra drag? Are you really slower? Well, I don't think I'm really that much slower. Now, this is not a scientific analysis, but I'm on a Florida bikeway, the Withlacoochee Trail, and currently it's flat, but if you notice, my speed right now is about 11.4 on my computer, which I think is, respectable for, an 80-pound, maybe 90-pound load. Because once you get the bike up to speed, it really doesn't take that much more effort to keep it going over a regular drivetrain. So if you're on the fence, definitely go give it a try, because you may not, like the slight added drag. Do I feel it a little bit? Ever so slightly. But I don't think my average speed's slower. Hope this helps. So this is going to be my lunch stop for the day. Making lunch. Stripes, peanut butter and jelly in a plastic jar from Walmart. We also have some Mission flour tortilla shells and Fritos, not Cheetos, but Fritos. They don't break as easily. That tastes good. It's a nice little stop here. I can watch the world go by on the trail. Yeah, watch the world go by. All right, so I stopped here on the Withlacoochee Trail near, what town is this?
Dade City.
Dade City. Okay, so I stopped and take a break and eat some lunch. This gentleman named Rick pulled up on his wonderful Trek bikepacking bike, and so I'd like to hear a little bit about him. Rick, so where do you live and what are you out doing this time?
Hi, Rick. Hi, Keith. I'm Rick. I live in Polk City, Florida, about 60 miles from here. I'm out on a 450-mile trip. Ran into Keith on the trail, and of course, you got to talk to the other bike packers. You can't keep going. But I got 55 miles in today. I got another 45 to go, and a few more days, and then back home.
So So how many of the trails have you done here in Florida, Rick?
I've done several routes. I've done the Hurricane twice. I've done Seafit a couple of times. I did the Florida Divide back in the fall. Started in Fargo, Georgia, and went to Flamingo down in the Keys, 850 miles. That was my longest one. And I'm off this week. I'm hoping to knock out 1,000 miles in 9 days.
Well, that's incredible. You're an animal on the bike for sure.
Thank you, thank you.
Which one's been would you say, the best so far of any of those you've done?
Probably the Florida Divide. We ended up meeting a couple of guys. One guy flew over from Holland and started on the Eastern Divide in New York. The other guy started in Canada, and we rode with these guys doing the Eastern Divide for about a week. So you never know who you're going to meet on the trail.
That's right.
Yep.
All right, well, thank you for stopping and talking to me, Rick. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
This is Robert. I met him about 5-6 miles ago when I was stopped for lunch. A really nice gentleman. He rode with me all the way up to the end of the Withlacoochee Trail. Withlacoochee Trail, thank you. And he lives right around here and has for a lot of years. So Robert, tell us why you came out here to ride today.
Exercise. My wife is going out with her daughter, and I got some me time. So, you know, I'm at the age where I want to keep exercising a bit, you know.
Well, I really like your shirt. It says, "All men are created equal, but the best can still ride bicycles in their 70s."
Oh, yeah.
So where'd you get this shirt from, Robert?
My wife gave it to me.
I like it. I hope I can ride like you can when I get to be in my 70s. So how many times do you come out here and ride?
Oh, I try to get out here and do about 20 miles about twice a week. And, my wife has been having some medical problems and all, and this, that, the other. And so I've been lucky to get out and do 5 or 10 miles twice a week. Instead of coming out here, I'll just go around the back streets around where my daughter lives a couple times a day, and you know, just keeping the old bones moving.
So this is your relaxation time.
Oh yeah. You know, if I get life throws things at you now and again, right? And instead of slipping back into my old ways, it's much better for me to get out on the bicycle. Quite frankly, it does more for me than praying. I get out and just go. When the endorphins start flowing, I look around and just look around, especially out in the country, and just tell me there's no God. Okay? And then I'm okay.
That's right, I agree. Well, Robert, thank you for letting me ride with you. I sure appreciate it.
Well, thank you for putting up with me.
See what this building is. Good, nice old Ford truck. Cool. This is the Pasco County Courthouse. Very nice. It's beautiful. Here in Dade City, Florida. I think I got some memorials to the veterans of wars, which is really good. County Courthouse, Florida Heritage. I'm on Route 301 South, as you can see here, obviously. And they actually have a nice bike path along this busy 4-lane road. Well, they do have the shoulder marked as a bike lane, but no need to use it if I got my own path. Couldn't find anything in this area. It's a Saturday night in a bigger city, so you know, everything's taken as far as camping is concerned, but that's all right. I've been in the tent for 3 nights, so it's okay, I can get a hotel. I'm ready to be done for the day. All right. At the Mark Hotel, it's a really nice room. It's amazing how much luxury there is. I've been out in a tent for the last 3 nights, so it's a pretty nice spacious room. Even got a whole couch, got my bike. I'm gonna try to do some laundry. They've got laundry. I asked them if they had a working washer and dryer. That's always key, working. Because a lot of times, yeah, we have them, but they're broken. That's just the way it goes. All right, so time to take a shower. I haven't taken a shower in a couple days, so it'll be nice to get cleaned up. There's a hotel. Now, a lot of times I like to find things that are really handy and close by when I actually do get a day off. So the hotel's here. I'll turn the camera around. There's my bank if I need it, although it's a Sunday. And there's a Walmart. So that's pretty close. Time to go south into a big, strong headwind. I'm in the little town. Well, I don't know, it doesn't seem that little, but this is Zephyrhills. I found a nice little mural. Celebration of generation 1910 to 2010. It's very nice. All right, looks like I found a nice little pretty downtown area of Zephyrhills, Florida. Let's go check it out. Our hometown. Foe. I don't know what that is. Friend or foe? Well, it looks like this town's seen better days. I see what looks like a lot of empty stores. Maybe they're just not open. I'm not sure. No, it looks like they're just not open. It's like a nice little place for concerts. Oh, there's a movie theater. Well, looks like it was. Now it's a barbershop and salon. Zephyrhills Brewing Company. Looks like a microbrewery, of course. What's this old stone place? The Women's Club. Huh. The Women's Club. It's an old stone building. Interesting. Okay, well, that was an interesting little downtown strip, wasn't it? You got to be comfortable. Cars passing you at 60 miles an hour. Fairly close, but it's not too bad. I've been doing this for a lot of years. About 40 years, 42 years, I think. Maybe 43. That's it. Got my first Raleigh Grand Sport 10-speed in 1981. My father bought it for me. He said, son, you're not gonna take a car to college. So he took me down to the bike shop and got me a bike. Probably one of the best things he ever did for me. Among many others, of course. So I've been smitten ever since then. So once again, amazingly, I'm listening to Billy Idol. Yeah, well, you know, I'm of that generation. It's more. That's what I'm listening to right now, if you're curious. It's good music, keeps me upbeat. Takes away a little bit of the boredom. Yeah, you know, it does get boring out here. I've got probably 15 miles of road just like this. So, it's all good. I'm on 39 South, headed towards Plant City. Now, it may look like I'm bobbing side to side on my bike, but I'm actually not. What's happening is the camera is moving left, right, because it's up high above me. And the stabilization in the camera is trying to keep the horizon level. So I'm actually very steady on the bike here. So it may look like I'm bobbing and moving my hips a lot, but I'm really not. All right. Enjoy a little bit of 39 South. Not that exciting, but This is it. Greetings. This is downtown Plant City, Florida. City Hall. Robert W. Williford Railroad Museum, a Union Station depot. This is here in Plant City, Florida. Historic downtown area. Oh, I see a theater. We'll have to make our way over there. Plant City Life Improvement Center. Okay. It's kind of neat. Oh yeah, look at this one. This one looks like it might be pretty old. I don't see a plaque or anything that shows the age or anything of it. I hear a train a-comin'. Oh, wait a minute now. Oh, here we go. I got an angry dog over here. He doesn't like me stopping here on the road, but that's all right, he'll be fine. I'm not sure what they're picking out here, but they're working on something. I think I've also hit the land of, how shall we say this politically correct? Foreign hired labor. How should we, that's probably about as good as I can say it. Zigzagging my way down towards Mulberry. Right now I'm going straight into the headwind. Then I have a side wind, then a headwind. You know how it goes. There's a flag. See the wind. It's really windy out. I've got about another 23 miles to go to get to the Hardy Lakes County Campground. I just made a reservation down there. I'm in primitive site number P15. It's pretty expensive. It's like $25 a night, so hey, pretty inexpensive camping for the night. So, all right, I got tanked and tummied here, so time to get back on the road. Nearly have whitecaps on this lake. Now, if you notice in the distance, some processing plants. Back at Bradley Junction, the woman there at the convenience store said that they do a lot of phosphate mining in this area. So I guess they are known something for more than just drugs. But I tell you, this wind is really tough out here. I still got about 12 miles to go, and it's going to take me over an hour easily. Because some places I'm only able to go about 7 to 8 miles an hour against this wind. This is one of the best signs I've seen all day. Hardy Lakes Park, 500 feet ahead. Whew, I'm just about cooked. Whew. It's like it's been donated by Mosaic. I think that's one of the big companies in here that mines phosphate, if I remember correctly. Alligator, snakes, and other wildlife present in park. Okay. 13 and 14 and 15. Here's my home for the night. Look at that. Okay. Well, that was a long day. I'm glad to be here. That was a lot of headwind. That took a lot out of me. I got 59.3 miles. I don't know what my average is. I don't have it here on my computer. I got 59.4 miles, an average of 9.3. That was a long day. Actually a little bit better average than I thought, considering that last 23 miles was just brutal against the wind today. It was tough, so it's time to relax, set the tent up, and get rehydrated and eat for tomorrow and figure out where I'm going tomorrow. I don't know yet, so we'll see. So I've taken a shower and changed into my off-bike clothes. I've got the tent set up. I've got all my stuff in there. And now I'm just getting ready to eat some dinner. I think it's about 5 to 5:15 here, and the sun goes down. Yeah, it's 5:15, so the sun goes down at 6:30 here. So tonight I'm gonna make it easy and just do another freeze-dried meal of lasagna with meat sauce. It's really windy. I've got to hold everything down. There was supposed to be a chance of rain tonight for about 3 or 4 hours, but now it just looks like there's a small chance, who knows, between midnight and 6 a.m., so I'm not too worried about it. I think that the sky's gonna be pretty dark out here tonight because I'm well away from any town. I think the closest town to here is Bowling Green, and I believe it's east of here about 10 miles or so. So I think I might have some good stargazing here tonight. Might be one of my best opportunities of the trip. I hope it works out that way. Well, let's just go out here and see what's going on. I'm not sure what wildlife or critters is in this lake, but they probably do allow some fishing, more than likely. So I'm a lucky guy to be able to do this. I haven't really told you much about myself. I was a software developer for 35 years, and the last, probably 13 years of that was working for a financial reporting company that made software which reports on portfolio allocation and performance. And that kind of got me interested in investing. So for many years I invested heavily every month, usually putting in at least half, if not more, of my paycheck. But it did help that we had a paid off house, so we were able just to invest heavily. So that worked for me. I was able to retire at 58 years old. I'm pretty lucky to be able to do this. I am a little scared for my future. Alzheimer's runs in my family. Both parents had dementia and Alzheimer's, or a form of that. So I'm trying to live life to the fullest while I can. Now, I know I'm not predisposed to get it. Doesn't mean I'm going to get it, but I want to try to make as many memories as I can and see as much of America and maybe some other countries. Because it's not the things that you remember or enjoy, it's the memories you make out doing something or being with somebody. Which brings up another topic. I sure wish I had somebody out here, but my good touring friend, he's at home. He's Bill, and he's taking care of his wife, and she's doing well, no problems. But they just got to get through a few things, and hopefully he and I will be able to take a tour later in the year. So, Bill, let's hope that happens. I know you'll probably watch this at some point. Okay, well, that's enough of this. I think I've rambled on long enough and probably boring you to death. So I'm gonna get ready here to pack up everything in my camp and crawl in the tent.
Just laying here in the tent, enjoying the rain. It's nice. It's been a long time since I've been in my tent with a rainstorm. I checked the radar. There's not a whole lot left to go by. Okay, I better see if I can get some shut-eye. Got a pretty sunrise going on this morning. It's not too bad. 7:18, that's pretty good. I got up at 6, so an hour 15. That's a little slow, but that's all right. As long as I get going by 7:30. Well, it is a pretty sunrise, isn't it? I believe that this is called Deer Lake. I'm now leaving Hardy Lakes County Park. It's a pretty nice park. A little buggy, but that's supposed to be, it just comes with the territory. You're gonna be around a lot of lakes. So lots of mosquitoes this morning. I just put on a thin layer of bug spray and that kept them at bay. Not too bad. Very nice. Well, coming up here to a crossroads. I think there's a little market here. Maybe I'll try to get second breakfast. I already had 2 packages of Pop-Tarts and some water back in camp. We'll see if we can pick up anything else here. Okay, looks like it's gonna be a nice day. This is the community of Limestone, Florida. I'm sure every one of you watching this have been through this community when you visited Florida on your last vacation. There's a Limestone Country Club, okay? Probably a happening place. And they have a horse. It's a 1-horse town. And they have railroad ties. Okay. That was Limestone. Come back and visit soon. Or should I say, thanks for visiting. Made it to Arcadia, Florida. About 32, 33 miles in. I'm gonna find a place to get some lunch. There's a nice little mural. They obviously must have a big rodeo here, the granddaddy of them all. Probably self-proclaimed, I'm sure. Hey, this is Arcadia, downtown. It says restaurant, pink. Marcy Margaret's Tea and Biscuit. Okay, go check this out. Museum and shops. Oh wow, I'm making it all pink. I'm currently on 17 South, which is a road here, headed down towards Punta Gorda and my hip campsite for the night. And Florida has actually put out some concrete picnic tables here that I thought I'd just take a break at. Another 10 miles away from Arcadia towards Punta Gorda. So like I said, I try to stop every 10 miles and just relax and take in the scenery, smell the roses. There's no reason to race or rush there. I don't have get there-itis, so everything's going well. I'm still traveling south towards the hip camp on 17 South. And basically, I've got a little shoulder here, it's not bad, but this is what I've been seeing for the last, hour and a half on this road. Not the most exciting, but there is a big facility over here on my left. I'm not sure what that is, but this is what I see. It's a big change from this morning when I was just on rural back roads with hardly any traffic before I got to Arcadia, and now I'll be out here on a 4-lane road. I never know. Guess what? Another RV park and not a tent in sight, and they're probably not allowed, as usual. On my campsite for night, the hip camp host said it would be log lined with a chicken coop, and sure enough, there it is, log lined with a chicken coop. I'm not exactly sure where to camp here, so I'll just have to explore and find out.
Came back from this way, and there was some really, really, really loose sand out there. I thought I was going to lose it many times. There's no way I could have filmed it. I was slipping and sliding all over the place. So, oh, I got the camp all set up here. Not too bad. I think it's going to be just fine for the evening. Let's go out here and see what we got going on in this canal. I don't know if I'm going to have any alligators or snakes or what in this area. Let's see if I can sneak up on anything. No, I don't see any alligators, so that's a good thing. I don't see snakes, but I don't think I'd want to swim in there. How about you? Nope, no swimming for me. I don't think there's going to be much traffic on this road. In about the hour and 15 minutes I've been here, I've only seen 3 vehicles go by, and that was it. So I think it's going to be pretty quiet. This place I'm camping out, the hip camp, is called the Heart Healthy Orchard. He's actually trying to start an orchard or growing fruits here. I'm not sure what some of these things are. I don't see much in the way of fruits. I guess they're trying to get it going. It says here, this looks like a banana tree, more than likely. I don't know what bore all of that fruit, but they're on the ground. Does anyone know what those are? Here's the plant that they're under. Well, it's a nice little place. The Heart Healthy Hip Camp spot near Punta Gorda, Florida. At this hip campsite, they have a compostable toilet, and here it is. It's nothing more than just a hole and a piece of wood. So that's it. At least you don't have to flush it. And yes, you do put the toilet paper in there and stir it up when you're done. So it works. Another one of my necessary morning rituals, I've got a really thick beard, so I've got to keep it shaved every day. So I use a little Braun battery powered razor, electric razor. It's really lightweight, small. The neat thing is that it closes up on itself. Let's see if I can show that. Here we go. It's like a little clam shell. Boop. And that covers the business end so it doesn't get damaged. And it won't turn on either if it's closed up. Okay. Well, I've been here before. This is Highway 41 South between Punta Gorda and Fort Myers. But I do remember this 41 South being a busy road. Now there's a sign right up here that says bike lane ends, but that's all right. There's a good enough shoulder. And there's lots of nails out here on the shoulder. Just seems like one after another. I had to pay really close attention, so I don't get a flat. Had to ride the sidewalks a lot because there's just really no shoulder through North Fort Myers on the US Business 41, but now I'm actually headed across the Caloosahatchee River. There it is. Somewhere out there I'm going to find the Edison and Ford Museum. For sure, it's just a person. It's like they're going to adjust the radio is what it looks like. Does this look like the front of a radio? Yes, it does. Yeah. Interesting. Nice little paddle wheel. The Captain P. Looks like they're boarding. Getting ready to go somewhere. Yep. It was a 1916 Model T. It had 56-inch wide tires to match the width of the wagon ruts. This actual Ford was given to Thomas A. Edison, and they used to go on jaunts, as they call it. Here are some of Edison's early generators. Direct current generator number 82. He also built on the work done by Faraday. Here are some of his early light bulbs. Carbon fiber film, carbonized bamboo, squirted cellulose, carbonized squirted cellulose. Oh, they just tried everything. Here's a 30 kilowatt direct current dynamo. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, but he actually lost to Tesla. Believe it or not, that was a big war between Edison and Tesla. And Tesla was right about alternating current, where Edison was wrong. Batteries are Edison's most profitable product. Here is the nickel iron alkaline storage battery, circa 1920.
This machine is from 1904, so that it's been playing music for well over 100 years. A little maintenance from us, but not very much. Edison's record looked like this. It was called the cylinder record. Same technology, different shape. You get one song on a cylinder record, and the original playtime was only 2 minutes long. Already loaded up on this machine is an original recording from 1903. One small drawback to the machine, no built-in or visible means of volume control. So volume control happened to be up to the homeowner, whoever owned the machine. To calm it down, people would take cloth, they'd make a ball, they'd stuff that cloth into the horn, and it would muffle the sound. The easiest and closest cloth to most people happen to be their own socks. So if you've ever heard the expression, put a sock in it, that's where the expression comes from.
Creation of Edison's laboratory. Hard to give this scale, but what we're looking at here is one tree. This is what they call a banyan tree. Look how intricate it is. Wow. I've never seen a tree like this. All right, that's Thomas A. Edison. This is definitely riding in Fort Myers. I don't know if you'll read it. My computer says riding on sidewalk / trail. Yeah. Lots and lots and lots of sidewalk riding here. That's how we have to get around. It's so busy. Look at all the traffic. All right, it's another Subway today. Phew, I was needing food. I was really getting weak. I was getting hangry even with myself, so. The day seemed longer than it really was. I'm only at 36 miles, but maybe I didn't eat enough last night or drink enough. So I'll definitely try to get refueled here tonight. So tomorrow I'll feel like I have a whole lot more energy. All right, I know it's not camping, but I'm doing pretty good on this trip for camping. I'm up to about 60% camping, maybe 70, so I'm gonna try to keep it in that area. Here we've just had Domino's delivered. We're getting ready to have some sausage marinara. I haven't opened it yet. Let's see here. Oh yeah, there we go.
Good carbo loading.
It is Thursday morning, February 15th, day after Valentine's. I hope everybody took care of their Valentines. Sweethearts, whoever that is, significant other. So today's plan is to head about 65 miles northeast towards a little town called Moorhaven, which is just on the southwestern side of Lake Okeechobee. I think I'll have a slight headwind all day today, but the sun's not quite up yet this morning. It's working on it, trying to get an early start. I'm feeling a little draggy this morning, just having a hard time getting going. The aches and pains of multiple days are accumulating on me. And so it's 7:25 here in Fort Myers, and here's all the people going to work. One's coming towards me or going west into Fort Myers. It's just a zoo. Boy, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that anymore. So if you invest early and invest often, you can get out of this rat race and not have to deal with that. Just don't buy that next thing. That's what I did for years. I just invested. You don't have to have that new shiny bauble or that brand new sofa or new car. Just fix what you have and keep it. And instead of spending that money, just put it in the market. That's all you have to do. Just sacrifice now in order to have, a good payoff later. You don't have to have that new house in the right neighborhood or, whatever other physical thing you think you might have. Now, I admit, I'm probably guilty of spending more than my wife, but we always met all of our financial obligations with investing first. Then, whatever's left over, you can do what you want. My father always taught me when I was young. He said, pay yourself first. Nothing can be further from the truth. Just pay yourself. Invest it. Okay, that was close. I just ran off the trail and thought I was going to crash. All right, gotta be a little more careful. But pay yourself first. Yeah, I'm not much on telling people what to do or suggesting what they do. I know it's probably tough if you got, family and kids. They take a lot, but still, you don't have to have that newest, greatest, latest thing. Our furniture or decorating style in our house was once described to us by a person called early attic. That's right, early attic. We don't care, because you know what? All of our furniture is functional. It's lived in, lived on. It doesn't have to look wonderful. So instead of always, trying to keep up with the Joneses, we just invested in the market. Just do that month after month, year after year, and you'll get it. All right, that's enough for Financial Wisdom 101 from a bike trail along, I think this is Colonial Boulevard here off to my right. Honesty time, I'm extremely lonely. And last year on my cross-country trip, the loneliness hit me at about week 4, if I remember correctly. I think I was out in the middle of Texas, or maybe week 5, I'm not exactly sure which one it was. But this time the loneliness has hit me just about a week into my ride. Partly because I found myself on the same roads that I was on before. And there's lots of traffic out here. Gosh, why is there always lots of traffic? That was uncalled for. Big truck, couldn't wait. Had to go around me. Jesus. Really, buddy boy? You know, it's my life you take in your hands. All right. God. I mean, he couldn't wait. Oh, gets my blood boiling. People are just always in a hurry. All right, I recovered. So I found myself on some of the same roads here, going the same places this far south. And, well, I'm gonna change the tour up quite a bit. It's gonna be reminiscent of what Bill and I did last year on Ragbri. I'm headed back to the little place of Lehigh Acres, where they got an Enterprise rent-a-car. I'm gonna get a one-way rental and see where else I can get to in Florida that I haven't ridden. So, and from there I might be able to get a little bit more enjoyment, be around more people. We'll see. I don't know. So we'll see what they got when I get to the Enterprise. I know you may say, oh, it's a cop-out, it's a cop-out. But I have been struggling with loneliness, and I know that I said last year I would never do another tour by myself. Well, you know, it's hard to find people that want to do this type of stuff. And I was on the road for 12 weeks last year. It's a long time. That's almost a fourth of the year. And I might be reaching a little bit of burnout at this point. So I know I've said I've got a tour coming up. I was going to go back out west in April and May. I may just scrub that completely too. I may just stay closer home this year, do shorter tours, and just ride my lightweight road bikes for a while. I know that sounds blasphemy, since I put so much time and effort into all these touring bikes and money, but that's all right. I'm sure my wife will be happy if I stay at home a little bit more. So we'll see how it goes. I'm outside the Enterprise and they've got a small SUV. We're gonna take the bike apart and pack it up here shortly, and then I'm gonna go find something to do. To the Enterprise rent-a-car, and I rented a SUV and I drove up to just south of Orlando yesterday. This morning got up early and drove right back here to St. Augustine. So now I'm back. I know you may think I'm crazy or weak or not mentally very strong to quit now. I think this is the third tour I quit. Went to South Dakota and got freaked out by well, the desert, and I made some bad turns out there, but that's a long story. We're not going to talk about that one. That happened a couple years ago. Then last year, as you remember, I didn't finish the 75 miles due to the heat. That was more physical than anything else, because I did have problems mentally, being lonely out in Texas, but was able to get over that one. And this one was, you know, the loneliness came on after about a week. So I think I made the right decision for myself. Like I said, there'll be other tours. And I even said it last year, was that I really didn't want to do any tours alone anymore. And here I found myself back out on a tour alone again. So I guess I'm gonna have to figure out how to ride alone a lot, or find others that will have, you know, time and stuff that can, you know, do lots of tours, because I really do enjoy it. And I was really having a great time, and it just really just hit me all of a sudden when I was out there past Lehigh Acres. I mean, maybe it was a combination of being on the same roads and, you know, not being able to share it with anybody, but I just didn't want to be out there and do the same thing again. I know you could say, well, you should have found other roads. Well, there wasn't a whole lot of other options out there where I was. And if you put yourself out there on a bike like I was, you may have found the same thing. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe you're a stronger person than I am. So live and learn. So I guess the lesson from here is really decide whether you want to be alone on your bike tours or whether you have to have someone with you. I think I'm beginning to find that I want somebody with me. When I did my cross-country tour in 2008, I pretty much did it alone until I met up with some people in Colorado, and that worked out really well. Although I really never got lonely on that one, if I remember correctly. I was 45, now I'm almost 61, so. And I've done, since then, up to Route 66 that Bill and I did in 2019. You know, we were together for pretty much most of it, but he was a much stronger rider, so we decided just that he should go on alone and I should go alone. I never got lonely on that one, so. All right, well, that's a wrap. I'm gonna go pack everything up in the car and head north. Well, I see my gray car over there, and it's still parked in the exact same place I left it. Hey, hey, I don't see any windows blown out or broken. Hey, look at that. It looks okay. My little Toyota Camry. There she is. So, both my wife and I have Toyotas. I bought this one brand new in October 1998. It's a Camry V6 XLE. Basically, this is the same as the Lexus ES300 or 330 at the exact same time, just maybe with not enough or not the same amount as insulation, but I took care of that. Basically, when I got the car, I tore it apart and added, roughly 100 pounds of sound absorption acoustic insulation to it to make it quieter, because I do have a pretty good audio system in it. But this has been a great car. I don't think that I'll ever have a car as reliable as this one. I'd really like to get the new Lexus ES350 before the model change in 2025 when they ruin it with the 4-cylinder with a turbo. But this one I think is more reliable because it has less electronics, it has more metal components, and this one's just really bomb-proof. Oh, and the mileage? 288,000 miles already, and I've never had a problem. The only thing I've ever done is I've changed the starter in it. Otherwise, I've done all the routine maintenance and had some trusted mechanics do the major stuff on it. So it's a great car. You just can't beat a Toyota. There's a few others, maybe a Honda, but other than that, that's about it. That's the end of the bike tour. It's officially over. So now I'm gonna tear my bike apart and put it back in the car and head north. There will be more bike tours. I'm sorry to disappoint you that I didn't finish this one, but I think the video I had up until the point I stopped, I think it might be halfway decent. I did better. So we'll see. Okay, thanks for watching.
So I'm going to show you what a compostable toilet is cut.
We'll get back up on the nutrients. I don't think I had enough to eat yesterday or today. Well, last night or today, so gotta feed the stomach.
I'm going to blurt it out.
You're killing me.
And your address.
No, don't do that. You don't want it out there. Volume. This is Ike and this is Mike. They both kind of look alike.